Well, not this time, folks. What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of our Kings-related podcast, wherever you may be, and this post-game recap of the Sacramento Kings 4-game losing streak coming to an end on this Sunday evening against the Portland Trailblazers. Thank you, as always, for joining me for another edition of the show. If you enjoyed this podcast, make sure to give us a follow on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and hit that subscribe button over on YouTube. That will be much appreciated. Well, for the first time in 9 days, the Sacramento Kings have lost the basketball game, and their 4-game losing streak has come to an end on this Sunday night, losing to Portland 117 to 110. And the 7-game homestand started with 4 straight wins, but you got a really good Portland Trailblazers team coming in to town, playing strong basketball, and they dominated Sacramento in the paint, 62 to 50 advantage Portland, and that was the difference in this basketball tonight, and why the Portland's walking out of the G1C victorious, and the Kings winning streak is coming to an end. And as strong as Sacramento has played over the past week during this 4-game winning streak, tonight's loss was a reminder for all of us fans that this team and their flaws, especially on the defensive end on this team, they need to be addressed coming up on the February 5th trading deadline, because it is absolutely atrocious. They've been atrocious all season, and just they need to address it. So Russell Westbrook can still go get you a bucket, and he's definitely not showing any signs of slowing down anytime soon. And he caught fire early in this basketball game, and he never really stopped scoring until we got to the final 12 minutes of this game in the fourth. Russell Westbrook, 23 points on 9 of 15 shooting. He also assisted on 7 assists in this basketball game. Malik Monk, there was a stretch where he was getting those DMPs, not playing and sitting on the bench, but it feels like that time has come and gone, as the Kings spark plug 6-man off the bench has been playing extremely well for Doug Christie and this team, bringing a ton of energy off the bench. And Malik Monk, he hit Portland for 13 of his 23 points in the first half alone. Zach LaVine, when he starts hitting his jumper, he can score in bunches in a basketball game. And he knocked down 5 of 12 from the field and 3 for 7 from long range in this game, on his way team points. And he didn't miss many shots in this basketball game for Zach LaVine, and his jumper is absolutely straight, pure, as always. The rookies, Max Raynaud, I want to see him keep shooting the basketball, and the rookie came in to tonight shooting 56% from the field on this season. He got off to a rough start, and you could see the frustration building on his face, but that will happen for rookie players. It's all about how you respond from the frustrations. And tonight, Max, he finished tonight 6 points, 3 of 11 shooting, but he also 9 rebounds in this basketball for Max. Dylan Cardwell, he became a threat in this game, and Dylan is figuring out to live in that dunker spot on the basketball floor, bringing his celebration game to the offensive end of the game, showing us new aspects of his game when he touches the floor. And when he touches the floor, he makes an immediate impact on the basketball game. And tonight, Dylan Cardwell, career high, 12 points. He grabbed 9 rebounds in this game. He also added a steal and a block in this basketball game. And Dylan Cardwell is going to be a really good player for Sacramento. And I can't stress this enough. What a tremendous find by Scott Perry and his front office. Undrafted out of Auburn, and two-way guy. Just absolutely incredible find by this Kings front office. So Sacramento, other than that, they shot 46% from three-point range over the 4-game winning streak. They went 6 for 13, 46% during the first half. And then the Kings' weak paint defense reared its ugly head in this basketball game. Portland, they outscored the Kings 38-20, scoring during the first half of this game, which loomed as the difference in this game. As the Blazers going in the halftime, they took a 64-53 advantage into the locker room. And another thing that reared its ugly head, the Sacramento Kings turnovers in this basketball game. The Kings in this game tonight, they had, just looking it up, they had 16 turnovers in this game. And the Portland Trailblazers, they try to look up here on the box score. They had 28 points off those 16 turnovers for Portland. So the turnovers and the points in the paint were the real difference in this ball game for Sacramento, and couldn't really not make up any ground from there. And also, Kings killer Denny Avia, he set the tone early for the Portland Trailblazers. Donovan Clingan, second-year big man out of Connecticut, really was big for Portland. He made his presence felt during the second half of this game, scoring 17 of his 21 points, grabbing 8 of his 16 rebounds after halftime. You had Shaedon Sharpe. Just look at this. Clingan, Sharpe, and Avia for Portland, they combined to score 78 of the Blazers' 117 points. That is the most of that taking place in the paint of the Sacramento Kings. Those three guys were absolutely incredible for the Portland Trailblazers in this game. Kings, give them credit. They made a late charge towards the end of the fourth quarter, thanks to some timely shot making from Malik Monk in that fourth quarter. And then the Kings would tied or outscored Portland in quarters 1, 2, and the fourth quarter, but 32-21 disadvantage in the second quarter really loomed large as the final buzzer sounded going into halftime. Sacramento, and if we want to look at the overall arching picture, Sacramento is playing better basketball overall than it was just a week ago, but the defensive lapses return tonight in this game against the Portland Trailblazers, and the Kings were just a few steps slower on the defensive rotations than the Portland Trailblazers, who got a big win last night against the Lakers up in Portland. So the paint defense also cost the Kings in this loss. Again, as I mentioned, 62-50 advantage Portland. And now the Kings look to kind of start a new streak. But the tank is back on, folks, as the Kings are now 12-31 on the season. Sabonis, 8 points, and he also grabbed 8 rebounds in this game in his 20 minutes of action, as he's on a minutes restriction coming back from his 27-game absence because of the knee injury. So, and Sabonis also came off the bench for this second straight game. So, and I kind of like that. Keep Max Raynaud in that starting lineup, because Max has been playing better since he has been given those extended minutes with the Sabonis injury. So what's next for the Sacramento Kings? They have a back-to-back coming up on Tuesday and Wednesday. Their 7-game homestand continues Tuesday against the Miami Heat for the second and final time this season. No Tyler Hero for that game, as he is not with Miami on their current road trip. The last time these two teams met up, the Kings exploded for 127 points in a 16-point win down in Miami earlier this season. Sacramento is 3-1 over the past 4 matchups against the Miami Heat at the G1C. Then on Wednesday, they got the Toronto Raptors in town for a second half of back-to-back. So not an easy way to close out this homestand, but Kings, the tank is back on for the Sacramento Kings as they fall tonight to the Portland Trailblazers, 117-110. Thank you, as always, for joining me on the Kings-related podcast. And if you enjoyed this podcast, make sure to give us a follow on Apple and wherever you get your audio podcasts. We are a video podcast on Spotify and on YouTube, so by all means, please catch the video feed over on those 2 platforms. But until next time, we'll see you next time for another edition of our Kings-related podcast, post-game recap Tuesday night following the Miami Heat and the Sacramento Kings. And as always, take care and go Kings.